Merry Christmas once again, folks, and Tony here with yet another Christmas special tribute video from one of my most favorite Adult Swim shows of all time, Dethmas from Metalocalypse, which aired on Adult Swim on December 6, 2009. My experience with Metalocalypse goes back to when I was 17 years old, vacationing with my parents and siblings in Los Angeles, and I caught this show after midnight. And I thought that the show looked rather interesting, and it had a lot of dark, haunting, and really well animated visuals, plus a cast that was really great, even though I didn't really think too much about it. And I was also surprised to know that this show was created by the same gentleman who made one of my most favorite Adult Swim shows of all time, Home Movies, Brendan Small. Now, as a 27-year-old man, I can safely say that Metalocalypse totally rocks my socks off. I totally love the dark, haunting, and absolutely gritty visuals. I love that resplendent gallows humor found not only in the writing, but also in the main characters of Nathan, Ducky, Squizgar, Murderface, Nubbler, and Pickles. And let's not forget about Charles. And let's not forget about the equally phenomenal voice work accomplished by Tommy Blacha and Brendan Small as a lot of the main characters. What's so fascinating and fun about this particular Christmas special is just how well everything seems to intertwine. From Dr. Roxo's escape from prison and wanting a lot more cocaine after he was arrested from this very crime because he also possessed, of course, cocaine. Dethklok's mothers coming to visit for the holidays, which they are all apprehensive with, and Murderface's upcoming stint with Nubbler with a new show pioneered by the Christian church. So everything does seem to intertwine in a way that leaves me both fascinated, absolutely enthralled, and leaves me on the floor with a lot of laughter because of how tight the writing is and just how much gallows humor can be found in the show. Whether it be Dr. Roxo surprising Ducky as a mall Santa Claus, or even the many failed attempts of Murderface trying to get his own name out there, with his previous products resulting in lawsuits from the FDA, and many of his previous products resulting in death, and even what happens in the finale. Now, I will definitely, and of course, aside from the members of Dethklok, such as Nathan, Ducky, Squizgar, Pickles, Murderface, Nubble, and Charles really stealing the show as the main characters, I also have to give it to Dethklok's mothers, who were just as entertaining and just as vivacious as their sons, especially Surfetta, Squizgar's mom, who ends up being Murderface's object of affection, which was absolutely hilarious seeing how Murderface was completely charmed by not only Surfetta, but also her assets. And of course, Dr. Roxo going on a cocaine spree once again, even though he was reprimanded for that. And he does this by pawning Ducky's gifts for his bandmates to a pawn shop so that he can have the money to take his sweet cocaine. Even to the point where he ends up psyching a clocker so that he can enter the building. And boy, the finale is just as fun. Nathan, after watching Nubbler and Murderface do their stint, finally realizes that Murderface has lied to them and that the show was pioneered by the Christian church, which makes Nathan really pissed off. And it's not just the members of Dethklok that stormed the show. Oh no, their mothers find a whole lot of alcohol that ended up being locked up, and then they decided to break down the lock so they can get their sweet booze. And the ending is absolutely glorious, with the mothers barging in to get drunk on TV, Nathan knocking out Murderface, and even the priest finally being so enraged at Murderface that he even strangles him, and poor Nubbler being stuck in this whole aggressive revelry, all while Dr. Roxo is getting a hand job from Surfetta, Squizgar's mother. And of course, Squizgar admonishing Dr. Roxo to get his hands off his mother, which I thought was really hilarious. In fact, everything about this Christmas special was hilarious in not only a dark way, but in a way that managed to make me smile with a dark and kind of sinister sense of glee. So overall, if you are hankering for an absolutely irreverent and really well done Christmas special that doesn't really give a crap of what you think, then I highly recommend Dethmas, from a show that is a darkly brilliant pastiche of heavy metal and the overall heavy metal influence. And if you are a heavy metal fan, please do check out this Christmas special. And of course, check out Metalocalypse in its entirety. And for those of you who watched Dethmas from Metalocalypse, what'd you think of it? Was there a moment you really, really loved, whether it be Dr. Roxo's cocaine spree, or even that of the finale, or the introduction of Dethklok's mothers? Was there a character moment that made you roll on the floor with laughter, or was there a moment that you didn't really particularly care for? Comment below and let me know. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in much later for yet another Christmas special tribute, also from one of my other favorite Adult Swim shows, Tom Goes to the Mayor, called Rats Off to Ya. So until then, Merry Christmas, everybody.